The Rain Shine Elasto Painters are a professional basketball team in the Philippine Basketball Association owned by Asian Coatings Philippines, Inc. It debuted in the league in the 2006-07 PBA season after acquiring the franchise rights of the Shell Turbochargers in 2006, which disbanded after the 2004-05 PBA season. From 1996 to 2006, the franchise played in the Philippine Basketball League, carrying the name Welcoat House Paints, Welcoat Paintmasters and the St.Benilde-Rain Shine Elasto Painters, winning a total of 6 championships. Beginnings: Philippine Basketball League. The Rain Shine Elasto Painters debuted in the Philippine Basketball League in 1996 as the Welcoat Paintmasters. Its first championship came in the 1999 Challenge Cup, winning 3-0 over Red Bull Energy Drink. Welcoat was considered as one of the 2 teams to enter the PBA before the 2000 season but lost out to Red Bull. Since then, the Paintmasters won 5 more championships, fielding in the best amateur and former Metropolitan Basketball Association players available, most notably Don Alado, Renren Richuelo, Jancy de Ocampo, Romulo Ducal, Ronald Tubid, James Yap, Paul Artadi, and Jay Washington. One of its biggest rivals from 2000 to 2002 was Shark Energy Drink, with PBA players Chester Ptolemy, Roger Yap, and later Rain Shine member Gilbert Malabanan, as both teams engaged in 4 straight finals series, splitting both series in the process. In 2005, Welcoat changed its name to Rain Shine Elasto Painters, one of the products of the parent company, Welbest. The Elasto Painters made it all the way to the finals of the Heroes Cup against Magnolia. After leading the series 2-0, Rain Shine suffered one of the biggest collapses in league history as the Wizards won the series in 5 games. In the 2006 PBL Unity Cup, the Elasto Painters were swept in the semi-finals by the Toyota Otis Sparks to end the 4 consecutive finals appearance, but placed 3rd in a 1-game playoff against Montana Pawnshop on June 8. Prior to the start of Game 3 of the Unity Cup title series between Harbor Center and Toyota Otis on June 13, 2006, the league awarded the team with the Dynasty Award for their 10 years of success in the league. Several past and present members of the Welcoat franchise were on hand, as they brought the 6 championship trophies during the ceremony, acquiring a PBA franchise. After Shell's departure in the PBA in 2005, the league gave Shell an ultimatum of until early 2006 to either announce the return to the league for the 06-07 season, or to sell the franchise to a prospective buyer. In several press releases and interview, then PBA Commissioner Nolly Alla mentioned that some companies were interested in joining the league, although he did not stress which of these companies were. One of Alla's vision was for the PBA to be a 12-team league. Welcoat suddenly came into the picture, expressing interest to buy the Shell franchise. By January 2006, major newspapers reported that the Welcoat team is nearing the completion of acquiring the Shell team. By February, the PBA announced the entry of Welcoat as the 10th PBA team for the 2006-2007 season. People's Journal said that the turnover was approved between P30–40 million, a big drop from the original P60 million the Turbochargers wanted. The Manila Times, however, reported that it was close to P55 million that Shell wanted. Welcoat put out P60 million as bond for 5 years, P7 million for participation fee and another P6 million for transfer fee. As incentive, the PBA allowed Welcoat to grab 3 amateur players from the Rain Shine PBL team. The Paintmasters Paintmasters named JRAS Junjin Kaba II, and NCAA Most Valuable Player Jay Sagad as the three players from the core of its amateur team which they elevated into the pros directly. Welcoat also signed PBL veterans Nino Jelic, undrafted point guard Froilan Bayon, Jerkules Tankay, and former Shell players Adonis Starr, Maria and Rob Wainwright. In the dispersal draft, Welcoat took Gilbert Lau from Coca-Cola and Denver Lopez from San Miguel. In August 2006, Welcoat announced that they will be named as the Welcoat Dragons in the pro stint, while also grabbing former up-fighting Maroons players Abby Santos and Jara Baines as the team's new rookies, although Santos failed to sign with the team. Welcoat Dragons. In its PBA debut, Welcoat lost to eventual champion Barangay Ginebra Kings in the season opening game of the 2006-07 PBA season, 102-69. Jojo Tankay scored the team's first ever basket in the league. Denver Lopez led the team with 12 points while rookie J.R. Reyes had 10 for the Dragons. The Dragons won its first victory on October 9, defeating Coca-Cola. The next two victories came at the hands of the San Miguel Beermen and the Talk and Text Phone Pals. Despite a 3-5 record, Welcoat lost the next 10 games along with injuries to key players that eventually ended the campaign with a 3-15 record. The only team to be eliminated after the elimination round of the 2006-07 PBA Philippine Cup. During the 2007 PBA Fiesta Conference, the Dragons had two active imports, Wayland White and assistant coach Alex Compton. The other imports, Charles Clark and Rob Sanders, preceded White. The Dragons were again the first team to be eliminated in the Fiesta Conference by the hands of the Purefoods Tender Juicy Giants. The Dragons finished with a 7-29 record for the 2006-07 PBA season and was awarded the first overall draft pick after they won the draft lottery. They eventually selected Joe Devance of University of Texas at El Paso. Before the start of the 2008 PBA Fiesta Conference, Leo Austria resigned as head coach of the Dragons, citing that the management wanted a new direction. Then assistant coach Caloy Garcia was named interim head coach on March 18 and would eventually become the team's official head coach. The Dragons finished with another 7-29 record and failed to qualify again for the playoffs in either of the two conferences. Rainer Shine Elasto Painters. 2008-2009 season. In 2008, a new name was introduced for the team, Rainer Shine Elasto Painters, at the 2008 PBA draft held at Market. The team drafted Gabe Norwood of George Mason University as the first overall pick. In the second round, the Elasto Painters grabbed point guard Tyrone Tang of De La Salle University. 24 hours after the draft proper, the team traded 2007 first overall pick Joe Devance and the 2009 and 2010 second-round picks to the Alaska Aces in exchange for Alaska's 2009 first-round pick, number 5 overall Solomon Mikado, and veteran Eddie Law. They defeated Air 21 on the first game of the 2008-2009 Philippine Cup, 120-102 to spark a surprise showing at the 2008-09 PBA Philippine Cup. The Elasto Painters were aiming for a semi-final berth when they were defeated by the eventual champions Talk and Textro-Pang Texters in the elimination round. With a record of 10-8, they faced the defending champions Star Lucia Realtors in the quarterfinals, where they were swept 2-0 in the best-of-3 series, with Norwood and Mikado being ejected in Game 1. The 10-win record surpassed the best performance in a season. During the Fiesta Conference, the Elasto Painters took import Charles Clark but was soon replaced by heavyweight Jai Lewis, a former college teammate of Gabe Norwood. Ace playmaker Sol Mercado got injured before the quarterfinals game with Purefoods. Despite a depleted lineup, the Elasto Painters defeated Purefoods led by Gabe Norwood and point guard Tyrone Tang in the absence of Mercado. Tang made a three-point shot to take the lead with 31 seconds left. They won and made it to the semi-finals for the first time in franchise history. They were then eliminated by the Barangay Ginebra Kings in the semi-finals, ending the season with promise. 2011-2012 season. In the 2011 PBA Commissioner's Cup, they made the franchise best start, 3-0 and a Yengiao. In the 2011-12 PBA Philippine Cup, they finished 9-5, fifth place because of an inferior quotient on Ginebra and Petron. They swept the crowd favorite Barangay Ginebra Kings, 2-0 to advance to the third semi-finals appearance. They faced the 8th-seeded Parade Tigers, who eliminated the top-seeded crowd favorite BMEC Lamados, but they are eliminated 3-4. 2012-2013 season. The team made history during the 2012 PBA Commissioner's Cup by signing the Croatian center Bruno Sundor. He served as a center in Croatian basketball team and was the first European player to play in the league. In the 2012 PBA Governor's Cup, they found the franchise best start, 4-0. They won 107-100, 100-94 *, 106-92 and 93-90 over Alaska Aces. BMEG Lamados, Air 21 Express and Barangay Ginebra Kings on Paul Lee's winning triple. 2.6 seconds remaining but lost on arch-rival Powerade, 98-104. Rain or Shine won via overtime. They made the first final appearance after winning against BMEC Lamados at a very crucial game, 92-82, under the leadership of coach Yang Giao on 2012 PBA Governor's Cup. Though after that loss, BMEC Lamados won over a do-or-die game against the Barangay Ginebra Kings for the remaining slot for the finals. On the debut game for the 2012 Governor's Cup, Rain or Shine Elasto Painters won a very physical game against BMEC Lamados 91-80. The team had a disappointing loss on Game 2 where their rookie, Paul Lee, re-injured his left shoulder 80-85. Even without Paul Lee, the team bounced back on the third and fourth games, 93-84 and 94-89, respectively, to lead the series 3-1. However, the team lost both Game 5 and 6, with BMEG forcing a winner-take-all Game 7. On August 5, 2012, the 6-year-old franchise won the first championship title after handing BMEG an 83-76 game loss. The undermanned team led by coach Yang Giao along with their import Jamel Cornley and the local Jeff Chan, who won the finals MVP, grabbed the lead early in the third quarter after BMEC Lamados's import Marcus Blakely had foul trouble. 2013-2014 season. In 2013-14 PBA Philippine Cup, they finished the eliminations in second place of the standings. They beat Global Port Batangpia in the quarterfinals in one game. They also beat Petron Blaze Boosters in 4-1 series win in the semi-finals, despite coach Yang Giao having suspended in Game 5. They faced San Mig Super Coffee Mixers in the finals but lost to them in 6 games. 2014-2015 season. In 2014-15 PBA Philippine Cup, they finished the eliminations in second seed of the standings and they got the automatic semi-finals slot as the new format in the Philippine Cup playoffs was changed. They face Alaska in the semi-finals but lost in 6 games. In 2015 PBA Commissioners Cup, they choose Rick Jackson as the temporary import to wait for Wayne Chisholm to release from Hapoel Gilboa Galil of Israel. On February 16, Wayne is now ready to play for Rain or Shine and set his debut on February 20. They finished first in the elimination sphere quotient system. It is the first time that they finished the top spot since 2012 PBA Governors Cup. They beat Bragi, Ginebra in a crucial game, 92-91. They sweep Meralco in the best-of-3 semi-finals to face Torquentex Tropang Texters in the finals. They lost the game 7 in overtime, but in the middle of the Commissioners' Cup, they released the resident import for the Governors' Cup Arizona Reed to play for San Miguel Beerman to replace Ronald Roberts. Many fans of Rain or Shine was shocked after they heard the news. Because of this, in 2015 PBA Governors' Cup, they choose former Alaska import Wendell McKins as their import. They finished third place of the standings. In the quarterfinals, they beat Barraco Bull Energy in overtime by Paul Lee's layup, but lost to San Miguel in 4 games at the best-of-5 semi-finals. 2015-2016 season. In the 2015 PBA draft, many analysts in the mock draft choose either Art Delacruz or Norbert Torres for the 3rd pick, but the team selected Maverick Handmissy, then Josen Neem on the 12th pick and Don Trolano on the 2nd round pick. In 2015-16 PBA Philippine Cup, they finished 3rd in the standings. They beat Blackwater Elite in the quarterfinals Phase 1 and TNT Tropang Texters in the quarterfinals Phase 2 knockout, but they lost to San Miguel in the semi-finals in 6 games. In the 2016 PBA Commissioners' Cup, they choose Wayne Chisholm to be their import from the 3rd time. Although Wayne was injured his hamstring during the game versus Meralco Bolts on February the 17th, he was doubtful to play for the rest of the conference. They choose Antoine Wright to replace Chisholm, but he was replaced by Mo Charlo on March 8. While approaching the playoffs, they choose Pierre Henderson Niles to replace the undersized Charlo to have a matchup against the possible opponents in the playoffs, including Greg Slaughter and Amp June Fajardo. Henderson Niles is a 6 feet 8 inches center to help the team in the 5 spot. They finished 5th place in the standings. They sweep Barangay Ginebra San Miguel in the quarterfinals and finally they beat San Miguel Beerman in 4 games at the best-of-5 semi-finals. They faced the Alaska Aces in the finals and finally they won the 2nd championship in the franchise history in 6 games. Paul Lee was named Finals MVP. Current roster. A also serves as Rain or Shine's board governor. Team depth chart season by season records. Records from the 2014-15 PBA season *1 game playoffs **. Team had the twice to beat advantage players of note. Members of the PBA's 25 greatest players: Sam Boy Lim, former player, assistant coach and consultant in the Philippine Basketball League squad. Other notable players: Ryan Arangya, Junjin Kabatu, Jervy Cruz, Jonathan Ilone, J.R. Reyes, Jay Sagad, Tai Tang. Coaches: Leo Austria, Caloy Garcia, Yang Giao. Records: PBL Championships 1999 First PBL Challenge Cup, 1999 Second PBL Challenge Cup, 2000 PBL Chairman's Cup, 2001 PBL Cup, 2002 PBL Challenge Cup, 2005 PBL Unity Cup, PBA Championships 2012 PBA Governors Cup Game 7 Series, 2016 PBA Commissioners Cup.